Happy World Contraception Day, everybody. We live around myths. We've been allowed to be tagged along because of false knowledge that we have had. Now, the one thing I want to address to you today is something about contraception. Now, girls, if you're on contraception, you would have noticed that your pill packet either has only 21 pills and you're meant to take 7 days break, or you might have a 28-day pill packet, and then there are what we call sugar pills or placebo pills. The pills were created in the 1950s, okay? And it was invented by Dr. John Rock. Now, you can imagine when he came up with the contraceptive pills in the 1950s, what sort of controversy was around it. At the same time, you had the power of the church, and you had the Pope to please. Now, when John Rock invented these pills, and in these pills are hormones, and he realized that, hey, these hormones could successfully stop your body from producing an egg. So that's great for anyone who desires no pregnancy. And one of the things it does is that it can, if these pills are taken every day, they can actually stop your periods from coming. Now you might think, hey, it's not such a bad idea not to have your periods. I would enjoy that too if I wasn't desiring pregnancy. The thing is that Dr. Rock didn't want to rock the boat too much. Amazingly enough, he was Catholic himself. So he didn't want to go and intervene with what is natural, what is nature, which is a woman having her period on a monthly basis. So when he created these pills, he intentionally, and very smartly so, introduced the 7-day break. And during the 7-day break, women will have their periods when they come off the pills, and this mimics the natural cycle. So this is not interfering with what God created, what is deemed natural. So no rocking the boat here. So time went on. They got the nod of approval from the Pope to go ahead with the contraceptive pills. So it was popularized in the 1950s. In this day and age, with far better contraceptive pills, which much lower hormone levels, one might ask, all right, so if you've got this 7-day break and it was designed to simply mimic a natural cycle, do I actually need the 7-day break? Truth, in fact, is, ta-da, you don't need the 7-day break. You could very safely continue taking your pills, your active pills, these are stuff with the hormones in it. You can continue safely taking your pill packets back to back, meaning ditch the 7-day break, meaning ditch the sugar pills and just go back to back with all the active pills, and there would be no specific harm brought to you. And furthermore, there is no benefit in taking the 7-day break, and there is no benefit in taking the placebo pill. In fact, when you take the pills back to back, meaning you just keep going with your pill packets, you have lesser periods. And what happens when you bleed out less? You control all these unnecessarily bleeding if you're not desiring it when you're on the contraception. So with less bleeding out, you can imagine you've got less loss of iron through your bleeding, and your fatigue levels are not going to drop. You know, you're not going to feel exhausted all the time. Iron deficiency is such a common problem in women. You know, this shows how difficult it is to unlearn something when it has been taught or introduced to us in an incorrect manner. And this is what it means when it comes to busting myths. The facts need to be gotten out there. The facts need to be put out there. We don't need the 7-day break when it comes to the contraceptive pills. So women, you can happily continue your pills in a back-to-back fashion, and you can look forward to much lighter periods. Yes, there can be intermittent spotting or bleeding in between, but if you're going to do that and you'd like to speak to your doctors about it, go right ahead and make sure your doctors are aware though. Some doctors are not aware about this, and they might still be a little bit sticky around this subject. But here, this video purely for the intent of busting myths and not carrying on false knowledge. All right, happy World Contraception Day, everybody.